Hey friends, welcome to the Real Code YouTube channel. My name is Timur. In February 2024, the American Senate started a bill that aims to completely and fundamentally combat illegal immigration on US soil. We keep everyone in the loop. We release news in our Telegram channel, including in the last days of February, and we talk about how it will generally affect legal migration. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and watch. Today I want to talk about recent changes and give you updates. For those who are unaware, who have not read the news, who have not watched the videos we have already released, I will provide a brief update. In February 2024, the Senate passed a small bill that outlined measures to address illegal migration. The bill entails $20 billion that will be allocated to combat this unlawful influx from Central America. The bill includes actions such as augmenting the number of Border Patrol agents, increasing the number of border guards who will be responsible for processing individuals, and restricting the capacity for entry from Mexico with a land border to 4,000 per day, regardless of whether they are undocumented migrants or documented migrants. If the number of people crossing the border exceeds 4,000 within a period of 7 days, then the border is temporarily closed. Moreover, the bill implies an overall increase in the number of immigration officers who review applications for various immigration visas, including political asylum. And anyone who has applied or is applying for political asylum knows it's a procedure that takes a very long time. Usually more than a year. In most cases it takes until 3-4 years, and in some cases these timeframes can even be exceeded. In some cases people filed and received a super quick decision. If you have a strong case, the immigration court is scheduled, and you have prepared all the documents, then you can get a decision quickly. In most cases it's not a quick procedure. We discussed how this law could be blocked, and that's what happened. On February 7th it was blocked. However, there were revisions and changes to this bill later. And already on Sunday, that is February 11th, the legitimate project was redone, and now it implies allocating $400 million to combat and address the issue of illegal migration. What changes are planned? First and foremost, the thing that really stirs up a lot of controversy is the introduction of DNA testing specifically for certain migrants. Migrants who were specifically detained by border patrols will be required to undergo DNA testing accordingly. It is not yet known how it will be used and for what purpose, but such measures, of course, have caused some protests and criticism from the opposition in the Senate and from the general public overall. The second and equally significant change is that there will be a provision of automatic control towers in all border services and border checkpoints, ensuring enhanced efficiency and security measures. So these are infrared cameras, it's like total control at the border, and accordingly they will be monitoring everything in terms of movement at the border. So illegal migration is becoming more and more difficult, and that's good. Well, obviously it's a plus because illegal migration is decreasing and legal migration is increasing, as we must compensate. And we always talk about it. We talk about it to those who come for consultations, who are worried that Trump will come and accordingly remove these visas, which are currently the most popular among those who apply. No way, Jose. This is likely a very unwise move by the US authorities to eradicate illegal migration and simultaneously eradicate legal migration. So accordingly, the flow of migrants will be reduced even legally, and who will be doing any work in various industries, including critical sectors of the economy, where specialists work, for example, those who travel to the USA, move to the USA through US. There are a ton of IT guys, a whole bunch of geologists moving through us, a whole bunch of financiers, brokers, and so on. These people, from a certain view, boost US economy. It's a small percentage, but important to acknowledge their impact on the economy of the United States. The immigration law in general implies, as we have previously mentioned, expediting the process for individuals seeking political asylum. Those cases that really have a basis for political asylum will be considered within a period of up to 6 months. Normally, as mentioned, deadlines are typically longer than 6 months. Cases without grounds or a basis for political asylum will be reviewed, denied, and subsequently deported if they lack merit. They also plan to simplify the deportation process. In the past and currently, to deport someone, you have to go through many procedures and of course obtain the consent of the person being deported that they are willing to go to the deportation country. Not many people know this, but in order to deport you, they need your consent. This ain't no violent process. A lot of people here make a big mistake when they think like that. Moreover, the bill itself, well, it's still being criticized, of course. No guarantee they'll accept it in that form, even in the revised form, costing 400 million. But it's still important to keep in mind when we talk about legal immigration. We cover all the news from the perspective of how it will actually affect us. IB1 visas, IB2 visas, O1 visas, L1 visas, non-immigrant visa categories, they have no plans of changing anytime in the near future. They are increasing fees for certain categories of visas, increasing fees for premium processing, but here it is necessary to understand that USCIS, the US Immigration Services, are generally funded by these fees. And price increases, from one point of view, are definitely a bad thing, because where else are we supposed to pay up to $2,500 for premium consideration, and now it's going to be $2,800? Weird. But from another point of view, the fact that they will raise prices, it means that they will most likely hire more employees, or simply improve the quality of work, or increase the flow of applications. Accordingly, they will increase the quotas allocated for visas. Overall, it's a connected and logical process. When you have an increase in the number of applications, the quotas also increase depending on the type of visa. In certain visas, it's clear the quota will deplete faster due to increasing applications, but the quotas themselves won't be expanded. However, it is logical to comprehend in this entire picture that they are decreasing illegal migration and enhancing legal migration. These immigration modifications that we are monitoring, it is not a definite thing in general. We consistently state that we are not political analysts, we are not economists examining things from an economic perspective. We're just observers who bring all this to those who are interested in legal migration and keep them informed, keeping a finger on the pulse regarding what will happen in legal migration and how visas will be regulated from this perspective. So, currently, thankfully, no changes on our territory and no plans for any in the near future have been made. If you still want to make it before some major changes that might happen in November 2024, then go ahead and sign up for a consultation right now. We'll take a look at your case and get you an immigration visa to the USA. That's all from me. We appreciate your attention. If we have misunderstood or distorted the facts, we kindly request your assistance in correcting us by leaving a comment and informing us of our errors. Our goal is to convey accurate information, so your feedback is valuable. That's everything from me. Thank you and have a fantastic day ahead.